Viewers, it's time for Superfast 50. Let's get started. Delhi police has arrested 4 close aides of Aam Aadmi Party MLA AMANATULLAH Khan for allegedly heckling ACB officials. On a tape, it has been clearly seen that aides of AMANATULLAH tried to stop the ACB officials. A massive protest broke out at the Chandigarh University campus in Mohali after a girl allegedly leaked private videos of 60 hostel mates online. The alleged accused has been arrested. The National Commission for Women has sought an FIR in connection with the alleged suicide attempts by students of a private university in Punjab's Mohali after the videos were leaked. According to a statement by the National Commission for Women NCW chairperson Rekha Sharma, a letter has been written to the Director General of Police to immediately file an FIR against the culprits and to deal with the matter strictly and without any laxity. The police in Punjab stated that no incidents of suicide had been reported in the case of the hostel student making and sharing videos of at least 60 women and having it uploaded on internet. This comes after Chandigarh University student held a protest after alleged leaked objectionable videos of women students went viral.
तो ये सरासर गलत है। किसी ने कोई सुसाइड अटेम्प्ट नहीं की। जो एक स्टूडेंट की वीडियो आ भी रही है जिसको कि एम्बुलेंस में लेके जा रहे हैं, उनको एक एंजाइटी का प्रॉब्लम होने के कारण प्रॉब्लम हुआ था।
A team of Central Bureau of Investigation along with the Central Forensic Science Laboratory experts arrived at the CURLIES restaurant in Goa where Sonali Phogat was allegedly given drugs.
Team is leaving from the Grand Leone resort. Sonali Phogat was staying in this resort on 22nd of August, and remember the crime scene was created. In fact, we are trying to chase the officials. So the CBI officials are leaving from the Grand Leone resort. They were present out there for 10 long hours.
Responding to the Republic's interview with Prashant Kishore, JDU President Lalan Singh has attacked Prashant Kishore and denied claims of Prashant Kishore.
किशोर जी के बारे में मैंने पहले भी कहा है और फिर कह रहे हैं, प्रशांत किशोर जी एक राजनीतिक व्यक्ति हैं ही नहीं। प्रशांत किशोर जी व्यापार करते हैं, बंगाल में किसी दूसरे काम में लगे रहते हैं, पंजाब में किसी दूसरे दल के लिए लगे रहते हैं, आंध्र प्रदेश में किसी और दल के लिए लगे रहते हैं। तो इस तरह से कई राज्यों में उनका अलग एक व्यापार है।
While speaking to Republic exclusively, JDU President Lalan Singh has revealed that NITISH Kumar may contest from Uttar Pradesh in 2024 Lok Sabha polls.
देखिए, अभी तो कोई लोकसभा के चुनाव का ऐलान नहीं हुआ है और लोकसभा का चुनाव अभी 20 महीना बाकी है, तो इसलिए अभी ये चर्चा की और इस पर कोई प्रतिक्रिया देना कि कहाँ से चुनाव लड़ेंगे नहीं लड़ेंगे, अभी तो लोकसभा के चुनाव का जब ऐलान होगा तो फिर मुख्यमंत्री नीतीश कुमार जी ये फैसला करेंगे कि उनको लोकसभा का चुनाव लड़ना है कि नहीं लड़ना है तो कहाँ से लड़ना है। ये तो समय आने पर इस पर निर्णय होता है। अभी कोई ये प्रीमैच्योर है जिस पर कोई प्रतिक्रिया दी जा सके।
Kerala CM Pinarayi Vijayan met his Karnataka counterpart Basavaraj Bommai in Bengaluru. Karnataka CM Bommai facilitated the Kerala CM who came to discuss the Silver Line railway issue. President Draupadi Murmu has offered her prayers and condolences on behalf of the Indian government in the state funeral of Queen Elizabeth II. President Murmu is on a 3-day visit to the UK. She's also been invited to a reception for world leaders hosted by King Charles III at Buckingham Palace. Surya Kiran aerobatic team of the Indian Air Force displayed their skills during an air show held in Puri. The aim of the display is to showcase the professionalism and skill of the Indian Air Force pilots as well as to instill a sense of patriotism in the youth of the country. The bomb disposal squad neutralizes a live a mortar. The incident has been reported from Jammu's SAMBA district. According to officials, the shell was identified as a 51 mm live mortar. Meanwhile, more information on the same is underway. The Lieutenant Governor MANOJ SINHA inaugurated 2 cinema halls at Pulwama and Shopian, Jammu and Kashmir, with him watching the screening of films at the new multi-purpose halls, along with the natives of the respective districts. A woman and her daughter was allegedly found murdered at their residence. According to the local police, an interrogation is underway while the suspected weapon of murder is a stone. A team of police and forensics have also been at the spot on the incident since they were informed.
ये जो सिल होती है, जो पत्थर होता है, उससे मारने का जो चीज़ है प्रकाश में आई है, मौके पर मौजूद भी मिला है। घटना का और अन्य पूर्ण कारण क्या है वो पोस्टमार्टम की जब कंप्लीट रिपोर्ट आ जाएगी तब पता लगेगा। रात में घर पे खाना भी बना है, उसके भी बर्तन वगैरह और खाने भी वहाँ पर है, जिसको कि मौके पर चेक किया गया है। तो प्रथम दृष्टया यही प्रतीत होता है कि ये रात्रि के दौरान ये घटना की गई है।
Seven policemen, including 2 station house officers, were critically injured after a group of villagers attacked a police station in Bihar's Katihar district. Hours after the death of a man allegedly in custody, hundreds of villagers went on a rampage in the Pranpur police station and damaged vehicles parked on the premises after 40-year-old man Pramod Kumar Singh was found dead in the lockup. He was arrested on Friday for possessing bottles of liquor in dry Bihar. Khalistani elements attempted to use the Gurudwara Kartarpur Sahib in Pakistan for anti-India activities. SFJ released a video of Ardhis for success of Khalistan referendum voting. Khalistani terrorist Paramjit Pamma made requests for this at Gurudwara Kartarpur Sahib. It is important to mention that in 2019, India had raised the concern of Khalistani propaganda at Kartarpur Sahib Gurudwara. 4 people lost their lives in a truck-tractor collision, while at least 8 people were left injured. According to sources, the accident has been reported from Kurukshetra, where at least 25 people were travelling in a tractor trolley when a truck from behind collided with the tractor. The sources further added that out of the 4 deceased, 2 were minors. Due to the rapid spread of a viral fever in Puducherry, the Education Department has ordered holidays for schools from classes 1 to 8 from September 17th to September 25th. According to sources, the incidence of the flu has been low for the last 2 years because of the lockdown due to corona pandemic. But in this case, now that the coronavirus infection has reduced, people not wearing masks, shields, have been maintaining personal distance, and going in crowds has led to rapid increase of the viral fever in the state. A Jharkhand Maoist leader carrying a reward of rupees 15 lakhs on his head was detained by the Maharashtra anti-terrorism squad today. According to sources, he was detained after the ATS initiated an early morning operation. The sources further added that the ATS detained him after a raid at a chawl in Dhanvi. Maharashtra CM lauds the ATS teams and said that the Naxalwadi network will soon be exposed.
कुल मिलाकर नक्सलवादी आंदोलन में उनके नेता के रूप में जिसको माना जाता है, इस प्रकार के व्यक्ति को महाराष्ट्र के एटीएस ने गिरफ्तार किया है। उनके ऊपर 15 लाख रुपए का इनाम था उनको पकड़ने के लिए, और झारखंड की पुलिस उनको लगातार ढूंढ रही थी और ऐसे व्यक्ति को नाला सुपारा से अरेस्ट किया गया है। महाराष्ट्र एटीएस की एक बहुत अच्छी कार्रवाई है, मैं उनको बधाई देता हूं।
The 6th edition of the Japan-India Maritime Exercises, which is hosted by the Indian Navy, begins in the Bay of Bengal. The edition marks the 10th anniversary of the GMEX, which started in Japan at the year 2012. BJP organized an exhibition in Jammu on the occasion of the Prime Minister's 72nd birthday. 72 cartoons displaying various achievements of the Prime Minister were displayed at the event. Ahead of the upcoming Gujarat polls, Aam Aadmi Party has launched a youth face in the state and appointed Rajya Sabha MP Raghav Chadha as the co-in-charge for elections. Chadha had previously played an important role in enabling Aam Aadmi Party to register its victory in Punjab and Delhi. A team of the police at Karbi Anglong recovered the body of a minor girl from a sugarcane field. The body was recovered in the presence of the locals and the district magistrate. Ban Outfit 6 for Justice has released a video of an alleged referendum at the Kartarpur Sahib in Pakistan in connection with promotion of anti-India activities. India had earlier raised the concern of anti-India propaganda at a Gurudwara back in the year 2019. A drone suspected to have been deployed from Pakistan was spotted along the international border in Samba. The BSF engaged in search operations for the drone following the report of its presence near the Sarthi Kalan village in Jammu and Kashmir. At least 7,73,000 rupees were recovered from the residence of a drugs inspector by the Directorate of Vigilance and Anti-Corruption in Assam. The drugs inspector was further arrested in connection while taking a bribe with the permission to open a pharmacy. Kerala CM visited Karnataka's CM Basavaraj Bommai in Bengaluru while he was felicitated by the Karnataka CM in the presence of Chief Secretaries of the Government of Kerala and Karnataka's Housing Minister, among other officials. Both the state of chiefs held a meeting to discuss interstate and mutual interest issues in Bengaluru. The Karnataka CM also said that some proposals by Kerala CM were also rejected. Former Punjab CM and PLC Chief Captain Amrinder Singh is expected to arrive in Delhi ahead of his party's merger with the BJP. Officials of the NIA conducted raids at various locations across the Telangana and Andhra Pradesh in connection with the PFI training exposed in Nizamabad. The agency is conducting raids in connection with Shadullah, the main accused in the training ring found in Nizamabad. The raids are being undertaken in multiple locations in connection with the recently exposed training of the PFI. An online auction of over 1,200 items have been now received by PM Modi began on Saturday and will go on till the 2nd of October. A model statue of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose and sporting memorabilia of the Commonwealth Games are one of the most sought-after items in that auction. DARUL ULOOM Deoband held a meeting earlier today over the Yogi government's move to survey all unrecognized madrasas in the state, where top religious clerics from UP expressed their support to the Yogi government to conduct the survey. Three people now died when two small airplanes collided in midair Saturday near Denver. According to sources, the two occupants of one of the planes was found dead in the wreckage, and the occupant of the second plane was also found dead at a separate location. The investigation over the incident is underway. A 6.8 magnitude earthquake has hit the sparsely populated southeastern part of Taiwan on Sunday. Island's Weather Bureau said, derailing train carriages, causing convenience and stores there to close down, to collapse and trapping people on a mountain. A powerful storm sweeping north through the Bering Strait caused widespread flooding in several western Alaska coastal communities, knocking out power and sending residents fleeing for higher ground. As of now, no injuries or deaths were immediately reported. US President Joe Biden arrived in London to pay his respects to Queen Elizabeth II. The president was expected to sign the official condolences book and attend a reception on Sunday at Buckingham Palace, hosted by King Charles III, before attending the Queen's funeral at Westminster Abbey on Monday. Japanese Emperor Naruhito and Empress Masako arrived in Britain to attend Queen Elizabeth II's funeral to pay respects to her and the British royal family, who are considered a model for Japan's monarchy in modern history. The presence of Emperor and Empress to attend the Queen's funeral underscores a deep bond between royal families. A PM of Bangladesh, Sheikh Hasina, paid tribute to the late Queen Elizabeth and signed a book of condolences at Lancaster House in London. She recounted how she and her father had the opportunity to meet with the late monarch. A powerful typhoon approaching southern Japan pounded at the region with strong winds and heavy rain causing blackouts, paralyzed ground and air transportation, and the evacuation of thousands of people. According to media officials in Japan, the sheets of rain whipping across streets and hard hit Kagoshima prefecture that led to evacuation of more than 9,000 residents. Two Argentina couples were in fact crowned Tango World Cup winners in Buenos Aires. Constanza and Ricardo awarded first place in the stage tango category. Another couple from Argentina, Cynthia and Sebastian, were unrivaled in the salon tango. China marked the 91st anniversary of the 1931 Mukden incident, Japan's attack in the northeastern city of Shenyang, which led to Japan's occupation of China's northeast. On Sunday morning, a bell-tolling ceremony was held at the September 19th Historical Museum in Shenyang, with the bell being rung 14 times to represent the years China has fought against Japan's aggression, according to state broadcaster CCTV. King Charles III has arrived at Buckingham Palace for a formal briefing on the late Queen Elizabeth's funeral. US Joe Biden, the President of the US, and other dignitaries are also arriving in London for the funeral, along with the heads of state and heads of government from around the globe will also be present in the funeral ceremony. Canadian Governor General Mary Simon has now signed a book of condolences at the Lancaster House in London for Queen Elizabeth II. Others to sign the book include the Bahamas Prime Minister and Gibraltar CM as well. Her funeral is to be held at Westminster Abbey on Monday before some 2,000 guests, including visiting heads of state. South Korean President Yoon Suk Yeol was one of the dignitaries who attended the funeral of Queen Elizabeth II. After attending the funeral, Yoon will now head to New York to take part in the 77th session of the UN General Assembly. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said that the exhumation work in Izium continues to unearth more evidence of torture by Russian forces. He also said that more than 10 torture chambers had been found across territories recently retaken from Russians. He went on to say that Ukraine would escalate assaults against the Russian military in Ukraine and called on Russian soldiers to surrender. Servicemen search for bodies in battlefield in northern Kharkiv near the Russian border 1 week after the area was retaken by the Ukrainian forces. While the strikes continue hitting the region, the servicemen walked through the field to recover the bodies of a Ukrainian and a Russian soldier. The group used a drone to identify the location where the bodies could be found to pick them up later. In Puerto Rico, authorities opened shelters and closed public beaches, casinos, theaters and museums, urging people to remain indoors as the country prepared for Tropical Storm Fiona. The storm was expected to become a hurricane as it neared Puerto Rico, threatening to dump up to 20 inches of rain as people braced there for the storm. New RB Leipzig coach Marco Rose was given an unwelcome return at former club there just before the team were outplayed in a 3-0 Bundesliga defeat. Also, Jonas Hoffmann scored twice as well. Chris Buescher has closed out a bizarre first round of NASCAR's playoffs in which none of the title contenders were in a race by becoming the 19th winner this season with his victory at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Australia's Ashley Gentle has now capped off an incredible long course debut session with a huge win at the PTO US Open over an all-star field. The third and final race of the 2022 PTO Tour reaches Texas this weekend with the PTO US Open in Dallas. As a special guest for the event, athletics legend Michael Johnson met the triathletes and praised the PTO for their work. And New Zealand's Hayden Wilde claimed his second win at the 2022 Super League Triathlon Championship Series in Malibu. The 25-year-old beat Israel's and Portugal's players to the finish line and tightened his grip on the 5-stage series.